As Arkansas's population grows, so do our energy demands. But with the right mix of resources, reliable, affordable power will always be a reality. These resources are all around us in our rivers, blowing through our trees, even right below our feet. The answer isn't focusing on one resource, it's embracing them all. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas know that a balanced approach to power builds our communities and powers our dreams. Visit themixmatters.com and see why there's power in knowledge.
And football season is upon us, so it's time to talk about the old gridiron. Not the football field, though, the stage performance. The Gridiron is a musical comedy spoofing Arkansas politics and people. It's put on by lawyers and legal professionals in Pulaski County. It made its triumphant return this past week after a brief hiatus. Here's a little taste.
As soon as you vote for me, I'd like your
Ross.
vote.
I need your vote.
Hey,
Hi, I'm Mike Ross. I need your vote.
Appreciate you doing
Hi,
that.
I'm Mike
Vote
Ross.
for
I
me.
really
I'm
need
Mr.
your
Hutchinson.
vote.
How
Hi,
nice
I'm
to
Mike
meet you.
Ross.
I'd really
I
like
need
your
your
vote.
vote.
I need your vote.
Please, yeah. Private option? Yes, I support it. I support it totally.
Well, now, Mike, it's not entirely a proven thing that the government can afford to keep everybody supported, you know.
You know, when we add up all of the realities, the huge number of working poor who need health care, and when I call myself a Christian,
Now, I'm a Christian, too.
an Arkansas Christian with Arkansas values.
Oh, now, Mike, you're going to pull out the religion card on this one?
All right, joining me to talk about the gridiron, the gridlock of the gridiron, are two of the cast members and the producer. I welcome them to the program now. Judge Mary McGowan, who's the executive producer. Thank you. Perry Young, also known as Asa Hutchinson, Pulaski County Clerk. Larry Crane, also known as Mike Ross. Thank y'all for being here.
Glad to be here.
All right, and you've had fun. This has been a fun production to do.
Great year.
You've had a hiatus. You were in 2010, you were off in 2012, you're back in 2014. Judge McGowan, tell me what happened? Why was there a lapse? We can't have this.
Well, there were some internal things going on, but we're thrilled to be back, Roby, and we partner with the rep. We provide the lawyers and legal professionals who act as both these attorneys.
Or don't act very well, as the
Right.
case may be.
And the rep does all of the technical, the stage managing, sound. They make these guys look great, as you've seen. On it.
What does the money go for? Obviously, money goes back to the rep to help them out, and also goes for some legal
well, the
scholarships?
Pulaski County Bar Foundation was the group that was sort of left in charge. That's a fundraising arm, completely separate though from the Pulaski County Bar Association. And so they're going to get proceeds that we are, because we aren't money making, we're not, we all do other day jobs. And so, but the rep also takes their fair share of it because they're providing staff to put it on, and it's a fabulous musical comedy, got a great review out of Bobby Ampazam in the Arkansas Dem-Gazette about how people have said it's like attending a musical comedy.
All right, so let's talk about you guys getting into some characters here. Perry, tell me, how did you get recruited to be Asa Hutchinson, or did you volunteer for the job?
Well, about 12 years ago, somebody came to me from the Pulaski County Courthouse, said, "This is up your alley. You really need to join this operation." And I've been cast as everything from a monkey experiment of Jennings Osborne gone wrong to I've been Asa Hutchinson before. I believe I was an accordion playing Duggar child at one point. We just get thrown into the thing they think we're going to do well at, and maybe we look a little bit like. So obviously Larry here got Mike Ross.
I think you could have got Asa Hutchinson too, judging by
Well,
the
I have the hair. I
here,
do have the hair.
Yeah. How did you get recruited to be Ross? Did you ask for that role?
No, I didn't actually. This time I was cast in another role and in several other scenes, and my son was originally cast to be Mike Ross. And as you know, he's the film commissioner for the state, and he wound up having some very important people in the state on state business during this production. And so I took his place not at the last moment, but fairly well into the production.
Maybe another news story that I'll have to chase down Christopher Crane on there. So tell me about getting into the roles for Asa and for Mike Ross. What are you spoofing about them? What do you find interesting to spoof about Asa Hutchinson?
Well, it was written into the part, and our number, as you saw, pertains mostly to health care and the changes going on in it. And on that one issue, I know he's decisive on others. Maybe Mr. Hutchinson hasn't been quite as decisive as some others, so that's what we played up. And how do I get into the role? In this case, I got a haircut. I brought a picture of Asa Hutchinson to my hairstylist and said, make me look like him.
That's good. And Mike Ross?
To get into my role, I mostly just put on a wig.
And started glad man.
And started being a politician, which sadly comes natural to me.
All right, let's look at the scene that we saw a little bit of. We've got some more of that. It's the private option. Jenny Becton does a kind of a riff on Tina Turner. It's a takeoff on Private Dancer, but it's the private option. Let's take a look at that.
One is for
I'm your private option, your option for healthcare, sparkly and shiny and new. I'm your private option, your option for healthcare, no other option will do. Medicaid in all these places, and the options all the same. Turn away from those old faces and take a glance at this new skin in the game.
I made a promise to the Delta caucus that I wouldn't change my mind.
I'm going to sidestep like a salsa, so my opinion remains undefined.
I'm your private option, your option for healthcare, sparkly and shiny and new. I'm your private option, your option for healthcare. No need to tell me thank you. I'm your private option, your option for healthcare, sparkly and shiny and new. I'm your private option, your option for healthcare. No need to tell me thank you.
Jenny's got some pipes on her there. She's a better singer than either one of you guys.
She's truly wonderful.
She has a wonderful voice, and she's a big trooper. That goes right on into Proud Mary, and she's out there dancing with these guys.
And a few others
So, right,
I saw there,
right,
yeah.
right.
And they were dancing, basically turned the lyrics of Proud Mary into the private option there.
Private option, right.
So 2016, you're going to have another round of Gridiron here. I'm thinking that I'm seeing a little bit of a potential Hillary Clinton person here.
No,
so.
I'm not an actor. All I do contribute is trying to pull it all together. But I want to tell you, Roby, that 2016 will be 100 years for Gridiron. And actually a new cast member gave me a program from 1928 that he had discovered on eBay. But Griffin Smith Jr. gave me all of the artifacts that his dad had stored that I got over to David Strickland at the Butler Center. But we're going to have a massive gala and celebration for 100-year.
1960. This thing started in 1916.
Right. It wasn't done every year because war years came in and that type of thing, but it's been going on since then.
That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. You guys going to participate in 2016?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes, we will.
That makes it one of the very oldest in the nation. And back to your last question, we have a wonderful Hillary Clinton. Her name is Catherine Pryor, and she does just a bang-up job.
She is, but we have Teresa Dyer's played Hillary. I mean, just like Perry and Larry, they played multiple, depending on the song and the role. We have versatile cast members who will play different parts, different years.
All right, last question for you as we're winding down on time. What's your favorite role you've ever played?
Mike Beebe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Perry?
Asa Hutchinson opposite his Mike Beebe.
How did that skit go? What were y'all playing off
Open
of?
Up the Doghouse. It's an old Dean Martin song. It's great.
Yeah. All right. We'll have to find some archive footage of that somewhere. So, anyhow, Perry, Mary, Larry. Wow, I didn't realize I had all that rhythm going right there. I appreciate y'all very much being with us this morning.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Roby.
Thank you.
Thank
all
you.
right.